Hey there cats, good time of the day to you and thank you for tuning into my channel. This is Ridge Racer 2 on PSP and this is Duel with the Devil. Let me tell ya, this thing turned out to be excruciatingly hard. I did not expect it to be this hard at all. All the other duels went down like a breeze, but this thing is something. I've spent about 2 hours just trying to beat the Crinale before finally resorting to the use of the save states, just to figure out if it is even possible to catch up with him. And after I figured out the strategy, I've spent yet another hour actually trying to beat him without save states. I've finally done it, but it was about 3 hours of gameplay and man, that's the hardest thing after Ne Plus Ultra and Opus 6 I've done in Ridge Racer 2 on PSP. So it's the third hardest thing, but at least here I was able to figure out a strategy, unlike in the Ne Plus Ultra. And it is still easier than the Opus 6 where you have to block for the whole race, albeit Crinale is that much faster. So here we are on the lap 2. Watch me closely. Lap 1 doesn't matter much, but you have to be reasonably fast on it. Now, take a look at all those nitros. I'm gonna use one right here, right now. The ideal way to use nitros here is so you will start the turn with your nitros still on. Thing is, you won't be able to win much time from the devil on the straight, though you still got to use nitros on this straight line, for example, because it is very useful. Still, the majority of time you win from the Crinale comes from you going into turns in high speed, and this chicane, this series of turns, you got ignore it all completely, all together, and do not drift into it as well. Use the nitros on it just like I've did. So now we're coming into the final turn and onto the lap 3, and we basically have to repeat all that, but with the nitros in the final section, and you gotta save as much nitros as you have for the final straight, yet it will still not be enough. Crinale is that fast and we will have to block him in order to win the race. So here I go. Oh boy, at least it is kind of a strategy that I figured out here. In Ne Plus Ultra it was complete devastation. Yeah, I still believe that Ne Plus Ultra is unbeatable without the save states. This thing, it is actually possible to beat it without a save state, and I did just that. So, here we come into the final section. Once again we ignore the drift here and we use the nitros. Cut corners, cut the turns as much as you can, go inside of the turn as much as you can. It will actually help you to stay close to the devil. He will use the nitros when you'll get close enough to him, but he will only have that much and we will have an extra tank on us. So we'll take him, now we block him, and this is the victory. That was hard. I haven't found any better strategy for this race, and I do not believe that a better strategy exists. You are most welcome to try though. I'm just glad that I'm through with it. I'm just glad it's finished. Though, I gotta admit, unlike Ne Plus Ultra, there at least was some kind of strategy. And as you could see, it works. Now, this reverse race, oh my god, I don't know what to expect of it. I mean, this is my very first try, so I can't give you no tips for it. I can only say that the devil race with the class 4 car, I mean, I did not expect that at all. I just really did not expect that kind of thing. I mean, all the other duels were... Well, I've already said all that, so pardon me for repeating myself, but it was so easy in every other duel out there. and the devil just came out of nowhere that hard that I've resorted to using save states, just to understand how do I make it through the last several turns, through the last half of the track, and actually beat the devil. Well, at least it worked. I also have to repeat myself once again, but do you remember in those turns where that U-turn, a couple of turns that form one big U-turn? Actually, we're closing up on that section right now. Yeah, after that tunnel, and where I went on the first race, it was before that tunnel. Yeah, this section. I have to emphasize on the fact that you have to cut the corner. You gotta stick on the inside of the corner, to as close to the inside of the corner as possible. Despite Ridge Racer being an arcade game, in moments like that, it makes you remember that it is still a car racing game, and it is a proper car racing game. So staying on the inside of the corner in order to cut it as much as possible, to cut the distance as much as possible, you know, to cut the traveling distance of your car, it actually works. If you won't cut that corner using my strategy, using my places where you use nitros, traversing the track in the way I do, if you won't cut the corners, if you won't cut those corners on the third lap, you won't be able to catch up with the devil before this very last turn. Well, second to last. There is also a small chicane before the very finish line. Either way, here we are on the third lap. And boy, I have no idea what to expect now. I mean, this looks even worse so far to me, because at least on the previous track there was a series of hard turns that made the devil slow down. Yet here, I have no idea what to expect. But I guess I have to burn my nitros and be done with it. Oh no, it used nitros, but I'm first. Alright, now I just gotta block it, right? It used nitros a bit. Oh yes! Whoa! Boy! Oh man. Either the second track is much easier than the first track, or I've understood something while battling the devil on the first race. Well, either way, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for being with me, and good luck!